Fujisan has given us a sacred list of lenses they might make. They're pretending to listen to us. There's a list. There's jabrones who picked a top 5 that I disagree with. I'll tell you the ones I picked, why the ones at the top suck.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
We're on the Fuji X-H2S, of course, 23mm 1.4R lens, of course, not the modern freak one. And this list shows me what companies should be doing, including us in your roadmap, asking us what you'd... Imagine asking and then top 1, everyone wants this one lens, and you're like, wow, didn't know that. Okay, let's make that one then. And then you sell most of it if they weren't lying to themselves. The problem, however, as we'll see with this list, is photographers exist and they will corrupt your soul, much like the snake in the garden. They get to you and then they choose the top best that they want, but it's not the best and they're stupid assholes. But whatever. So let's go through the list one by one and dissect why each photographer was so wrong in the top 14 choices, and then stay tuned to the end to find out which 3 I picked. No one's gonna stay. So number 1 pick, this one best lens ever made. Everyone wants a 16-80 Tony 2.8 zoom. My only real problem is I tried the 16-80 Tony 4 zoom and it had optical stabe in it, in the lens, but it was shakier than any prime. How did you do that? I don't know. Usually when a lens has stabe and you have IBIS, they're both working together to be better than either could be. But in that lens, it was worse than not having it. So that sucked. And that's all I can think of when I see 16-80. Oh, it's going to be one of those with terrible stabe. It could be that. Why do you need that? Yeah, I get it. You're walking around 24-120. Cool story. But like, it's a zoom. And your APS-C, a 2.8 on an APS-C. What kind of shit is that? So like, come on. Why is that number 1? God, you loser photographer. I want an all-in-one kit. You're blind as a cockroach, bitch. Number 2 most desired lens, 18-50 Tony 1.4 zoom. This is how I know y'all aren't even serious with yourself. That's gonna be so heavy. Why? Like, we're going, just get a full frame at that point. Like that's a 28-75 Tony 2 full frame. So that's like your Tamron lens for Sony, but an extra stop. Okay. It's like the Canon RF 28-70, only even longer. Wow, equivalent. Actually, I'm talking, yeah, that's nice. That's a nice lens. These are supposed to be faults. You shoot APS-C for the portability, you piece of shit. So it's like, this is a freak lens that will be so expensive and heavy that everyone who voted for it can't even afford the damn thing. And they won't buy it. Even used in Kingsville. I've seen a guy selling it already. If you want subject separation, you get a lens with 3D pop character, not necessarily the most background blur. So are there zooms with character? Highly unlikely. So you get primes instead of this giant freak bitch. Number 3, we have something pretty unique. An 18 and a 30mm. In one lens, some type of switcheroo lens, like those lens baby things. You could have something there. That could be fun. 18mm wide, so you're vlogging with the thing, and then, oh no, I want slow motion B-roll. Flip, 30mm. Is it the longest zoom you ever seen? But that's how zooms should work. They should be 2 primes. Huh? And then they both have 3D pop and you're just like, oh my God. But at least y'all voted for something that might be actually affordable and interesting. So like, that would be unique. Can't say it would be good, but at least you got something different. Number 4, a 14-140 Tony 3.5 to 6.3 kit zoom. Now the photographer's true colors has come out, revealed into the light. You eat slime for breakfast. You make worm spaghetti. You wear socks that are mismatched. That's just a super zoom. those always suck. I want everything in one. I don't care if each photo I take at any focal length looks worse than anything anyone's ever seen. Get a bridge cam. Now here's a confusing thing. Fuji listed 3 different versions of an already perfect lens, the 35mm 1.4. It's the only lens, barring the 56mm 1.2, that can really be considered legendary. It's perfect. They want 3 different versions of it, which is weird because the first version is, do you want this same lens with silent perfect autofocus? It's like, yeah, wouldn't mind that. How much heavier will it be? A lot? That sucks. So whatever. But then their second version, way down at number 7, is, or would you like it weather resistant? Whoops, can't have both. Do you want the better autofocus, or like a kitten could drool on it? Who cares about weather resistance? You rain-taking photo freaks. Just leave me alone. Why you couldn't put that in the one? You couldn't combine that. Better autofocus and weather resistant now. No, and at a distant number 11, we have Satan's choice of changing the actual optical formula. God, you're dumb for suggesting that. Isn't that what the 33mm 1.4 is? You already did that, and we hated it, all of us. It's not 3D popping anymore. So if I'm being honest with you, that 35mm, it's a bit sharp. It could use an optical retouch, but like whatever, it's legendary. Some people like it. It has weird field curvature. Don't change it. Why are 3 of these options changing the best lens ever made? I'm not happy. A 33mm 1 point nothing. That's going to be heavy and expensive, and just like the 50mm Tony 1, not like no pop to it, so who cares? You changed the formula. We have a 56mm 1.2 that has more pop than anything I've ever seen in my life. And then you changed it to modern sharpness. Oh, that it's better in the corners. It's 21. There's not going to be a corner in focus at any range ever. But no, I vote no. When crop sensors try to go equivalent background blur to full frame, you end up being bigger and more expensive than the full frame. Like that's just a 50mm Tony 1.4, roughly. That's not special. That's like a kit zoom prime. I know stuff. At number 8, we have a strange thing, character rich. So you can see that it's like, oh, a character lens with 3D pop, going back to the legendary vintage style, but a modern take on it. No, that's not it. It's just they're taking the 23mm. All these lenses exist already, and they're just coating it in brass to be character on the outside, not the image. Just the lens itself has character. Who cares about that? 8 people voted for that. Number 8, that's not how that works, but I didn't vote for it. Stupid idea. A character-rich manual focus lens. Didn't tell us the focal length or the dones, but there is a world where Fuji autofocus, I think we can all agree, not the best thing ever. So you come out with this vintage character 3D pop manual focus only lens with Fuji magic. Okay, I could see a world. Instead of this lens, I almost got the Voigtlander 23mm 1.2 until I looked on Flickr and saw it had no pop whatsoever. And I was like, what the hell is that? A Voigtlander without pop should be illegal. So I went to Flickr and saw this thing, and I was like, that's got the pop. That's got the pop-insk. So I bought it, and I love it. And it autofocuses, so I don't know, having this with manual focus design, if it was a 1.2 with pop, you might have the 90mm Tony 2 APD. The lens already exists. You make the tone smoother. No one cares. The 56mm 1.2 had that. It's more money for no reason. You lose some light somehow on the thing. Stupid idea. 10 people liked it. You're stupid. In the last 3, we got Cine Primes, Tony 1.2, character rich. So it makes me think, okay, we're micro contrast, little vintage swirl action, bubbly weirdness, fun times, and it's video centric, probably manual focus, but like whatever, for video. Kinda, you can tell I voted for that. The soft focus lens, dumbest thing ever. They showed like a sample. I was like, thanks for the hazy, out of focus look that looked like you poured water on the element, not even weather resistant. Soft focus. 13 people voted for that. Last one, 16 to 50, 2.8 to 4.8 with ghost control. No one knows what that is. No one cares. That's why it got last place. Oh, do you want ghost control? Who the hell? Look, I can find a ghost. There it is. I can control him now. Oh, tell my mom to raise my allowance. Oh no, he's entering my body. Oh no, it's a control. Let's not forget that that used to be Fuji's best kit lens, and you ruined it by removing optical stabe, increasing the tonies, and taking reach away from me for more money and more weight. Don't quote me on that. It's a stupid lens. Just because you can now control ghosts mean I'm gonna get that? You're bullshit. So when it comes to all that, what did I choose as like what I would want out of all that? There wasn't a ton where I was like, couldn't wait to see that. Like, where are my character-rich primes with autofocus? Didn't even have them. Most of them were remakes or modern primes. So I chose, obviously, cine primes with character that aren't super sharp, because at least we could get a look. And it's not like we can trust Fuji autofocus anyway. So it's like, okay. Or the manual focus lens, I'm not proud of it. But if the look was so much better than most autofocusing primes, I'd be like, you know what, that might be worth it. It was just a special look. But if I'm being honest with you, autofocus just is so much better, even if it does suck. It's like really annoying to use manual focus prime, but you left me no other choice. Last one I picked was the Freak 18 and 30mm, just because it sounded kind of interesting. If it's a Tony 2 and super light pancake lens somehow with 2 different primes in there, you're just switching things around. You're vlogging and then 30mm for this. Could be the ultimate lens ever. And it would have to have pop low element count just to be small enough. So I appreciate Fuji sharing with us their potential roadmap and getting us in on the decision making. They hired us for free and we're like beta testing their ideas, and that's cool. Unfortunately, most of you are morons and you chose the wrong thing and will never get nice things, and that's the problem. All these companies, like, they're marketing Cheetos and then they do these little tests and, okay, let's get samples out to the teenager. And they're like, I like the crunch of this one. And you're all dumb and you're drinking Mountain Dew and you don't know how to breathe through your nose. It's annoying that you exist, but whatever, we're all working together here. Love your neighbor. I'm trying to love you, you Dorito asshole. So you chose wrong and I don't appreciate that. If we could silence the photographers, we'd get better things, but you all sicken me and we will never get anything good. I'll be leaving now. Fuji is with us forever. Bitcoin is sometimes with us for a little while longer. Subscribe.